Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, apparently Warner Brothers is considering changing the way it operates and exists. Basically, it is apparently going to create a second company, which is going to include all the cable networks and assets. So things like the Food Network, HGTV, Discovery, TNT, TLC, TBS, I don't know what half their things um, are all going to be put into one company, and Warner Brothers will be just HBO and Max basically, and Warner Brothers Studios. So I I don't. Okay, this kind of reminds me of when Viacom split from Paramount, and it totally destroyed Star Trek. Um, Basically, they created UPN, and then they separated from UPN, and they cancelled Enterprise because UPN wasn't going to be getting all the advantages from owning the Star Trek brand and having a Star Trek show on their channel, which is part of the reason why Star Trek got cancelled, because they were going to lose all the merchandising rights and all the things that they were getting through owning it. Now they're almost like housing it for the competition on some levels. So that didn't help. Um, and then when they came back, of course, the Paramount film, they wanted to make the new JJ film, and they couldn't use any of the Star Trek rights without actually, asking CBS, and CBS gave them a lot of restrictions, the 25% thing and all that, and it just made they had to compromise in order to actually do the movie. So things like that kind of bother me because it didn't work for them. But and I don't think it's going to work for Warner Bros. Either, because basically they're going to have two competing companies. You're going to have streaming competing with cable. I'm like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you keep one company, and maybe one department does better than the other department, but that helps to fund the other department, which does help the streaming as well. So if you have things on both, or things premiering on one then moving to another, it just helps recognition, where people know from a movie coming out in the cinema that it's going to be on Max soon or whatever, and then they watch it on Max. If something's on TV, it's like a network show, but then it goes to streaming later. It already has a reputation and a history and a desire for people to watch it because it's been on actual TV, as opposed to just a streaming show, which some people consider a streaming show or a streaming movie to kind of be like, well, back in the day when things were direct to cable, it was seen as a step down, and things were direct to video, it was a step down, and direct to streaming is kind of a step down from cinema. Still, it's seen that way, even though a lot of people see streaming as the future and superior and all that. So I'm not sure this is the best thing for them to do, because they're just creating another company to compete with themselves. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, they own it, but they might be putting one company out of business with the other company. I'm like, why would you do it? It doesn't make any sense to me. I think Hollywood has a huge problem, a lot of problems, but one of the problems is that they're competing with themselves within their own studios, their own brands. They'll have the streaming company, going against the cinema company and the movie studio and the theatrical exhibitors and all that, and they're all competing and trying to beat each other out, and someone always loses. So they should be working together to build an IP or a brand or a movie or a TV series up by moving it from one section to another section, and they help each other, as opposed to having them all facing and confronting each other and competing. It doesn't. I just a lot of these great